Hello everyone, this is Cookies, and I've got turn 51, and let's go ahead and check this out. We got a message from Pythium. I hate golems. Definitely didn't realize opposition was only 25 range. Yeah, hopefully advancing cast will help in the future. It will. Also, when the golem walks up to try and kill the mage, that puts them in range too, but you don't get very many checks in that case a lot. I haven't napped Agartha, but we did reach a ceasefire for the next several turns. Okay, to some extent that matches what we've been saying. They just don't have much of a border anymore, and they've both got bigger problems. And then we just share two little border to keep an army penned. I'm not so worried about them winning in the next 10 turns. We'll see, I guess. My hope is I can contain Shen, hopefully by winning or drawing a big battle in a few turns. Meanwhile, all other resources will be pointed to Machaka to hopefully sweep over them. Their sacreds are scary. They've been small with bad scales for so long. I just have to believe I can overpower. If not, maybe I can fundamentally misunderstand the impact of scales. Alright. Losing the throne was super painful this turn. Pretty significant investment, almost nothing in exchange. And I lost the temple and a turn before it finished. I don't have any solutions for the golems right now. I don't know about that. Any Earth 2 mage can cast Shatter, and any Earth 2 mage with Earth Boots can forge the item, the Smasher. And then also, you can consider opposition spam, like you just mentioned. Certainly do think that there are some tools. Let's see. On Pythium? It could be a little bit more difficult. I don't think water magic or air magic has a lot of tools for killing a golem. But astral spam typically fixes most single targets in the game. So we'll have to see. Although if I remember it, there's quite a bit of MR on that golem. Alright. But maybe a smasher, okay, with my last harbinger can do something once they return to the lab. Alright, so we're thinking on the same wavelength. I probably didn't even need my own thoughts if I just read the whole message. Alright, so we've got a fair number of battles here. So first up, we got Hippocampus's Fortune. Demi-Lich drop. What do you do in nature underwater? Is it just swarm spam? Alright, we've got the Olms, we've got Sentinels. These big Umbrals could be an issue for it. So the big thing here, now Innate Caster will work through Paralyze, so Paralyze is not useful here. I was expecting Death Gems for maybe Bone Grinding. But if this is Yis's Demi-Lich, then he probably doesn't have the research yet. Let's see what he casts. We've got Iron Skin. Up to 25 MR. You can see Paralyzed here. Foul Vapors. I didn't think Agartha was particularly vulnerable to that, but maybe I need to look at their troops again. Yeah, this thing's not gonna give a shit. This thing doesn't give a shit. Okay, the pale ones do. Sentinels don't. Shard Guard even have 15. Is there... Oh, there... Okay, it's just something they have. These Olms have 15. Yeah, it's... I don't know about Foul Vapors here. It helps kill a few things. Okay, well... That was one of the drops of all time. Let's see. Kills 3 Pale 1 soldiers. Did not get up Soul Vortex to... Oh, maybe it doesn't have Soul Vortex. Did they cast Invulnerability? No, it was Iron Skin. That's not enough. And it wouldn't help versus Umbrals and Shard Guard. Yeah, I think you want, like, Bone Grinding spam. Okay. But it's very, very likely that Yes doesn't have Bone Grinding yet. And he can keep improvising these drops as long as he doesn't get Soul Slide. Which is a possibility against Agartha due to the mage diversity that Agartha's got now. So if Agartha suspects that, he can Soul Slay that Demi-Lich. Because the thing about a Demi-Lich... And he did do Resist Magic. Oh, this one's got a little bit better Astral than you sometimes see. So this one's up at 21 MR. Not easy to Soul Slay. The one I've been killing in my game is, I think, at 14 MR. So, okay. And, alright, we saw the Hawks. Alright, Murile. Oh man, all the drops today. This is cool. Alright, so Frostbite me, the Frost Father. The Black Steel full plate, Horned Helmet, Raised Sword, full kit. I think this is 15, 25, 35, 40, 50 gems worth of kit. Going after... what? An Ubo with some nature gems. Maybe some AoE 20 buffs? A Shooting Doji with some armor. This could be thuggable. I think this stands a better shot than the Demi-Lich. Group Bark Skin, regen. Ooh, gets the commanders with the Moss Body. Where's this guy? Alright, what's your buff cycle? Personal Misform, Flying Shield, Moss Body. Personal Iron Skin, Quicken Self. Okay, so lands on the commander tile, facing it. So can definitely potentially kill the Zuba. The PD commander, I think, is behind. So this guy, the Bakemono General, and the Shooting Doji is off to the side. This is another case, though, where we didn't see maybe wait, Soul Vortex, but we do have the Race Sword, so maybe we don't need it. What's his protection at? 30 protection with 38 hit points. Only 14 defense. Yeah, the Mistform's doing work there. These guys do hit really hard. They have to hit hard enough to pop Mistform. The shooting Joji's sleep aura affecting the Frost Father here. The fire snakes are starting to go down. The only downside to the attack rear play here is he's probably not going to kill many of the Daibakemono. Alright, kills all the commanders, gets the route. Alright. So that was Jotunheim jumping on Shinyama, kills 2 Ubas, the Shootin' Doji, 13 Daibakemono, and a Ghoul. So solid jump there by Jotunheim. Let's see, Sea of Woe. Just a little bit of PD. Loses another 5 Pale One soldiers, Last Step Swamp. Alright, just some Call of the Winds bullshit. Should be fine. Alright, Ulstenstad. Got a Scout Ping and Ichthids. Okay, yeah, there's Ichthids there. Alright, in Devon. I think there was just some Draconian stuff. Yeah. How many died? 3? Okay. In Sacred Lake. Okay. We got some Umbrals. They should do just fine. So Agartha's going pretty hard into Yis now. Into the lake. Alright. It's Old Gold and Camia. Let's see, we got an Uba and Masayoshi. Chainmail of Displacement, pretty bougie kit. 10 Glamour, 10 Earth, but should be pretty effective. Let's see if they're still set to cast spells. Oh, or the battle won't go long enough. Alright. Then in White Forest, another little raid. Killing PD in Ophalef. Bithium attacking Machaka. Alright. Then Machaka raid joins Pythium. So gains 4 Black Hunters. In Might Marsh. Okay, not much there. A lot of Agarthan armies heading at Yes. In Laria, another big Agarthan army. Ooh-wee. He is just printing these things. Alright, Desert of Visions. Okay. Uses 3 Draconians and Devil's Pond. Another Agarthan Forest, this time with Golem. There's the kit. It's kind of funny because this guy's got some pin gear, but then it is S4, so can enslave mine, but still has the GSS and armor. So a golem trying to do 2 jobs. Let's see, or trying to do one with some backup. Let's see. Where was I? All right, so that's Duffel's Pond. All right, Caves of Madness. Little raid, not much. In Witch Haven, we got Pythium attacking Machaca. Okay. All right, so a bunch of Veti go down in Iron Peaks. Okay. Got some gems, and then in Murile, Bogus drops on the Frostfather. This is some bad luck. In this case, I think it's bad luck. He can't pick up the gear. He'd probably love to pick up the gear. Like, kill this with his army. That chill aura's got Bogus all tuckered out. Especially combined with his greenstone armor. His wolves are so annoying. They're preventing him from killing Bogus. Oh, off script's quicken self, which is huge. Okay, big time buff. Okay. Alright, so the Independents attack the Frostfather. They are defeated. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the world here. So Jotunheim's got kind of like this little zone going on here. Group of visiting heroes. And we got a fertility cult here causing issues. So no real income from here due to the unrest. A large Agarthan army just heading up to Jotunheim. A lot of siege strength in it. A new set of mages. Now the real question here is presumably this group will move on this palisades to try and crack it to force this army off of Jotunheim. But I think because there's potential for this army to double back, I think you just sit here for a turn and you wait, and then you can move on the palisade. And if you one turn pop the palisade and they don't one turn pop the cap, then you get the palisade kind of for free. So we'll see if that ends up being how they play it out. And then, all right, so both sides are fighting somewhat fiercely over these gems. We see Grillion is put under siege by Machaca. Machaca's pushed all the way into Pythium's cap circle, taking a lot of gems. Now, Machaka is doing this push in such a way that they're not completely, like, Shinyama can still fight down here and over here, but in some ways it is limiting the front line for Shinyama to fight Pythium, except in the case of Shinyama trying to retake Lin of Iron. Ooh, we got another assassin. Going after a scout, so a little bit of commander chaff. So I do wonder if Shinyama is going to try to put together an army to sit on Glen of Iron. And Machaka is also making moves to cut off Guerrillion to prevent any reinforcements from coming to help it out. So Pythium's going to have to defeat these raiding parties and then start trying to push back in. And taking out these Black Hunters definitely helps. So there's just a few more squads to take care of. And then, let's see. All right, and then Agartha, just so many armies. So a couple more. Yeah, there's definitely the makings of a force that wants to take Oceania off of Yis. We've got a big Yis army here with a lot of siege strength. That's what these militias and ogres help out with. And then Might Marsh, taken by a large Agarthan army. Sea of Woe with another Agartha army. So, like, despite fielding this large army over by Jotunheim, Agartha is still deploying enough forces to go on the offensive against Yis on both fronts, which is pretty impressive, honestly. Won't really get the Magma Kids down there, but they can work on stuff like taking Os and Rad. Okay. I don't think our strategic picture has changed a whole lot. We just got confirmation of the peace between Agartha and Pythium here. Let's go ahead and take a look at graphs. Pythium's still falling along with Yes, so the two game leaders are getting reined back in. Agartha's up a bit after they were falling quite a bit. Yeah, for forts, we've got Agartha, Yes, Pythium, Shinyama. Income. Pythium's is falling pretty quickly. Gym income, Agartha's jumped up into first now. Blood income is Jotunheim. Research is Agartha. And then we've got army size for Agartha. And yeah, I guess Pythium's jumped into second again. They're retraining some troops. All right. So I think that's it for this one. And I will go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.